This week on the Tie-ins. What is... My brain just keeps saying, like, Idaho Crossing, and that's not what it is.
Bombata.
So, let me... what was I going to say? Ooh, fuck, I don't know. I forgot. Alright, let me come back to it. No.
Hello, and welcome to all our Tied or Dies. By that, I mean my mom. Hi, Mom. We are the Tie-ins. I'm Johnny.
I am Cartel.
I'm Mike.
And this week, Prom had a lot on our knives. But before we get to that, how you guys doing?
Doing good. You
got some news today.
I did. I don't know if I can announce it, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
This isn't coming out for like almost a month, so
Well,
should be all right. But don't worry about it.
I was told to keep it off socials, so.
Ooh.
I'm intrigued.
I will. I signed an NDA.
Well, some news just came out. NDAs are, if you sign that for a severance package, that NDA don't count no more. You can talk all you want. Anyway, Michael, how you doing?
Doing okay. Been grinding that D4.
As have I.
Still haven't hit 20, but almost there. I'm at level 18. Close.
I have 2.
Just redo a dungeon, you'll get it.
Oh my god. All right, so I know it's a beta, and it's an actual beta, like they're fixing shit on the fly, but I did a dungeon 3 times on Friday when the open beta started, and right at the end, each time I got disconnected. I was so pissed.
Oh, I got disconnected so much the other night.
That was the first weekend for me, is I would do a dungeon, clear it, and then at the boss, die, and then get disconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My wife
I didn't
had
have
like
any
no problems.
I had
weird.
no problems the first weekend.
But I don't even mean like
lag
different
even.
days. Like me and my wife were playing next to each other, and whatever server she was on was all good. She went the entire night, no disconnects. I had like 3 or 4 disconnects, and every single time got stuck back at the beginning of the queue. 30 more minutes. So she ended up like 2 or 3 levels ahead of me by the end of the night.
Yeah, exiting out to redo the queue is a bummer, but the overall new dungeons that we're going through, I'm enjoying them.
Yeah, I can't wait for the full release so that I can actually watch the story, and because I've been skipping everything.
We are going to have a lot of fun playing this game. Yes,
I will say heavy Lost Ark vibes. It's like Diablo 3 and Lost Ark had a baby. It's very
I'm not
very similar to Lost Ark. Like, well,
like
I don't know.
Wise or
No. Game system wise.
I'm not getting Lost Ark vibes at all.
Game system wise, all of the changes that they made from D3 are straight out of Lost Ark, and I don't know who copied who, but it's super similar.
Speaking of which, I have some juicy news that I'll save it. I'll save it for when we do news and on a different episode.
Did you sign an NDA?
What?
Did you sign
did
an
not.
NDA?
I did not. In fact, it's kind of about NDAs.
one thing I did find that was awesome. I downloaded the demo or the beta for my PlayStation and my Xbox and signed into those and discovered that my characters were already there because there's a cross progression. So as long as your account is linked to your console accounts, you can play it anywhere.
How was the dash on console?
It's the same.
Really? So they still got rid of the roll completely.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Anybody been playing anything other than Diablo?
I finally figured out how to unlock the Castlevania part of Dead Cells and the DLC. So I've been going through that on my downtime at work, and that's been a lot of fun to reminisce and kill some Castlevania creatures in Dead Cells.
Some bats.
Some bats, some mermen, some skeletons, tossing bones. I mean, we got them all. I haven't found any bosses yet, but it's Dead Cells, so I'm just, going through, dying, and then trying to find that dungeon again.
I spent the day today taking the Tie-ins Facebook on a tour of the gaming groups of Facebook, and it lit my happy place up. Like seeing all these old retro ads and stuff for games, like the Sega ad where it's just the Sega system surrounded by all the games with a TV. Oh, it just made me so happy. Yeah, I'm a huge nerd for that old retro stuff. And it was a lot of fun. Not gonna lie. Made a lot of Eastern European dudes really happy when I posted about a game that I'm gonna talk about in a little bit. And with that, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's oh shit. I don't have anything pulled up. Loading. Let's go ahead and do this week's Getting to Know Your Host question. Getting to know your host. And this week's Getting to Know Your Host question is, what is your favorite pre-Windows computer game? And that includes Commodore 64, MS-DOS, Apple pre... What were the...
Apple
Those
IIe.
are the only two I know.
The Apple IIe, I think.
Apple IIs, yeah, because 2GS.
And is it... never mind. My brain is not working. What is... My brain just keeps saying, like, Idaho Crossing, and that's not what it is.
You're talking about the Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail?
Yes!
Idaho Crossing.
I don't know what was wrong with my brain.
That was the sequel. That didn't come out till Windows 3.1.
And that's where when you could have, like, the frog neighbors and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Cartel, let's go to you. This was actually your question.
Yes, and you just named one of them. I was going to name the Oregon Trail.
Idaho Crossing?
The Oregon Trail. So I have fond memories of playing the Oregon Trail, Sim City, and what was the other game? Prince of Persia. Sorry.
Right on. Those were all console games for me. Not Idaho Crossing. That was obviously.
I was PC for all of those.
Only on computers at school.
Although Oregon Trail, I think I played more on the Apple than PC. But
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I played all these games at school in between break time and the computer lab. You know what I mean? Like my home computer did not play any of these other than games we bought at the Navy Exchange, and I don't think any of those worked really, really well. So yeah,
Michael,
that's what I got.
Those were good choices. I remember playing a lot of SimCity. SimCity was awesome.
I played SimCity on the SNES.
Oregon Trail was so okay. Let me ask you though. Oregon Trail, you get to a river. What was your go-to move? Do you pack the boat up and float it across, or do you attempt to ford?
I'm pretty sure I've forded it most of the time.
That's the same thing. Yeah. I always risk it.
Oh yeah,
you always ford it.
As a good friend of the pod calls it, you go man time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You push forward blindly and stupidly. It's man time.
It's good to know that we all had the same frame of mind before we met each other.
That we're all idiots.
Yep.
Yeah, because didn't you have to like wait a day or something like that? Like
you lost a whole day packing the boat.
Yeah.
Or packing the wagon, I mean. Yep. All right, good to know. Dude, this was when I first got into games, really. This is a little bit after Cartel. Cartel, you had an 8088 or something like that. So my first computer was a 386. And I think it was like 1989, maybe 88, somewhere around there. And had a 1 megabyte video card and an 80 megabyte hard drive. Shareware was a big deal back then. I don't know, you could get like free floppy disks and they would have like games and everything like that on them. Scorched Earth. Do you guys remember that game? With the tanks, and you could shoot at each other and upgrade. You could put balls of dirt on other people. You could get nukes and things like that. It was the ultimate sleepover hot seat game. Really cool game. Scorched Earth was awesome. But that was local multiplayer, so everybody took turns at the keyboard.
Looks like Missile Command?
It's more like Worms.
Yeah, it's more Worms based.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically Worms. Really fun game. Lots of different weapons to get. As far as single player goes, you guys remember Might and Magic 4 and 5? The Clouds of Xeen and Dark Side of Xeen? Those two, if you had them both combined into the world of Xeen, and you got extra levels for having both those games. And that was one of my first RPGs. Yeah, you collected a party. You had 5 or 6 different characters. I can't remember. Kind of like Final Fantasy, how you have a whole group that comes with you, and each you have a wizard, a barbarian, a rogue, and things like that. And it's turn-based. There was puzzles in the game too. Really cool. Go ahead.
Oh, I've never heard of that. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Did you play Might and Magic at all, Johnny?
I have. But I could not tell you which ones. I think
they got big with Heroes of Might and Magic, but I really prefer the older Might and Magic before they went to Heroes of Might and Magic.
I think I'm I'm under Images Scorched Earth video game on Google.
Yeah.
Third line down is Worms, and it says, this game is just Scorched Earth.
Yes. Yep. No, Scorched Earth was awesome. Such a fun game. Like, I remember just staying up until whatever we thought was like super late at the time, which was probably like 3 a.m. or something like that. But just passing the keyboard back and forth, basically playing Scorched Earth. It was awesome. Then my love for first-person shooters was created with Wolfenstein 3D. And Wolfenstein 3D was just insane to me. Because Might and Magic was turn-based. Like, it was a grid-based system. So, like, you pressed forward, you walked forward one grid, and then the monster got to move. And then, you could do the same thing over and over again. But Wolfenstein 3D was, completely real-time. You were running around. I mean, looked basically like Doom. It was crazy to me that it was possible on a PC like that. And did you guys remember that Doom 1, Doom 2, and Duke Nukem 3D were all DOS games? I thought for sure that that was the Windows era, but I was looking this up, and even Duke Nukem 3D was a DOS game. Could not believe
wow.
it.
Okay.
Didn't DOS hung in there for a long time?
Yeah.
Didn't Windows? I'm showing my age by thinking Windows just switched to not. But didn't Windows just like 4 versions ago switch to not emulating DOS instead of running DOS and running Windows on top of it or whatever?
Yeah, because like Windows 3 and 98 and
I was gonna say, Windows 3.1, like still, like I remember
bundled
playing.
It, yeah.
Now that I think about it, yeah, Windows 3.1 played DOS games because it had to. Like those were the games before the predecessor game. Yeah, so that was a quote unquote backwards compatibility.
That Duke Nukem 3D was a DOS game. But
wait, so does that mean like? Oh wait, you know what else is probably a DOS game then? X-Wing.
Probably.
I bet you it is.
That was my first introduction to multiplayer was Doom, where you had to dial each other's numbers using the phone. Also, it had team damage, and there was for some reason, and you'll probably understand this, Johnny, but I had some strange urge whenever I'm carrying a double-barreled shotgun to shoot the other person in the back of the head, even though he's my teammate.
Yep. Playing games with you is horrible.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like it just pulls me. I have to do it. But my all-time favorite, I know it was a big lead-up, but there's a lot of good games of that era. But my all-time favorite for pre-Windows is Warcraft 2. So Warcraft 2, also my first introduction to RTS games. Warcraft 1 was, but Warcraft 2 had the multiplayer where you could dial each other up and play with each other. As long as your sibling or something like that didn't pick up the phone. That was so awesome. And you could just tell with Doom 2 and Warcraft 2, just like games were about to get so much more advanced so quick. And it seemed like the future playing those games. Warcraft 2 was such a jump up over Warcraft 1. It was awesome. Love that game.
Right on. All right, so I'm gonna cop out on this one, and I'm not gonna do a favorite. I'm gonna do top ones. So I have 2 top MS-DOS games. One would be Seventh Guest.
I remember that one.
Ever play Seventh Guest?
Yeah, I remember that. That was like full motion video cutscenes and stuff.
Yeah. Puzzle solving, horrible voice acting. It was great.
Yeah.
Another MS-DOS game would be, and I don't know exactly which one. All I know, and I played both of these at my cousin's house. They had a computer, I did not. But my uncle's PGA golf game that let me and him do a PGA tour against each other, but like at separate times. And it was one of the first times that I felt really good at games because I was kicking the shit out of an adult because he was playing golf and I was playing a video game. And back then, that's what golf games were. They were video games. Still kind of are. And so, yeah, I really had a great time kicking his butt at his own game. And then I'm going to hop over to Commodore 64. I'm going to say my favorite tie-in game on Commodore 64, again, was a game that my cousins owned. I did not. The Goonies game. So much better than the NES version. The Goonies Commodore 64 game actually felt like the movie. You actually play the scenes.
I've never played this one.
And it's so good. When I choose Goonies, that's the one we're going to do. And another favorite Commodore 64 game is going to be a text parser. Wizard of Oz and Return to Oz combo. Me and my sisters struggled through those games fucking turn the knob, grab the knob, twist the knob. Text parsing is hell, but it's so fun. And I just had a great time playing that with my sisters as a kid on that Commodore 64. So yeah, those are my 4 pre-Windows with a lot of runners up for those as well. But I'm not going to get into all that.
I'll say DOS gaming was hard. And I don't mean like the games were hard. I mean, it was hard to get the game to run. You had to like edit autoexec.bat and config.sys files. Like you had to know German
shit. I had an 8088 or 8086. I mean, pre-86. So like, who knows? You know what I mean? Like
this.
I had, and we had that thing until like 96. So like trying to play games on that was always just like me looking into the box going, can we play this? Nope, can't. Oh, nope, can't.
This was like my introduction to programming because you had to know like syntax and you had to know commands and stuff like that to correctly set up the autoexec file and the config sys file. And I ended up getting pretty good at it. Like I made a menu system in there. So like when the computer booted up, it was like, are you mom or dad? Press 1. If you're not, press 2 because it's going to like use all the extra memory to go to a game instead of like putting on DOS.
Michael? So speaking of your coding, Mike, I would like you to settle a debate that me and my partner had today. If I were a robot, would you design drug viruses for me to get fucked up?
What?
Exactly what I just asked. I don't understand what's so confusing about this question.
Like, would it naturally get there through some sort of learning algorithm, or like?
Well, no. If I were a robot and I was like, "Hey, dude, I want to get fucked up," would you code a virus to upload to me that got me high?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. That's what I thought. She said, "You don't seem like the kind of person that would do that for me." And I was like, "No, Mike would totally do that."
It seems like a good technical challenge.
And these are the kinds of conversations we have in my house.
Just sort of like define what that even means for a robot.
Yeah.
All right. So it'd be like if you rolled a J for me, you would roll. You would program this virus for Robot Johnny. So yeah, it's the same.
I would feel better about doing that for the robot.
See, that was my point.
I mean, obviously, yes, you would. You don't like.
It's true.
All right. Well, now that we've gone off on that tangent for a minute,
you took it to a weird place.
Hey, I'm just saying.
No, not you, Johnny.
These are the kinds of conversations we have in my house. I'm lost now. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we will talk about this week's movie, which is Conan the Destroyer. Damn it, I don't have the thing pulled up. And we're back. This week's movie was Conan the Destroyer. It is a 1984 American epic sword and sorcery film directed by Richard Fleischer and distributed by Universal Pictures. It stars the Arnold. Of course, we all know that, right? Do I need to go through the cast of characters?
There's some good ones in there.
Wilt Chamberlain, Olivia Dabo? Grace Jones is fucking killing it. Sarah Douglas is the Queen. Mako is the Wizard. Is he the only returning character from the original Conan?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Tracy Walter is Moloch. And for some reason, he talked like this. Hey, guys, you can't do it without me. I thought maybe I was going to bring him in as a character to do the movie with us, but now I don't want to. But yeah, that was my Moloch. I think it was pretty good.
I mean, it's pretty spot on, for sure.
I want to thank Tracy Walter for coming in and joining us for that quick cameo.
Oh, hey, man, no problem. Can you believe that this movie came out at the same time as Terminator 2?
Didn't it predate it?
Oh, never mind. It was Terminator 1.
I was gonna say, there's no way.
This is pre-Terminator.
Temple of Doom, Never-Ending Story, Ghostbusters. Come on, Dune. In fact, some of the scenes from this movie, they were filming Dune at the same time in the same place. All right, I'm gonna stop doing it. Oh, all right.
Sarah Douglas was from Superman, though. Do you know the alien? The was it 3 or 4 aliens? I can't remember. that came down. But
Are you talking
she was one of them.
about General Zod? And
Yeah.
okay,
She was the female.
And the Zodonites.
I don't remember her name in it. Hold on a second. I think it starts with a U. Ursa. Yeah. She was in Superman 1 and Superman 2.
Major or minor?
Oh, boy.
I think they show up in
Oh,
one in the
really?
extended stuff. So
Astronomy jokes?
Yeah.
Get a no boy from you? All right. At least now I know where the line is.
Yeah. And I had no idea. Cartel and I were just talking about this, that Olivia Diabo was in the Wonder Years.
Yep.
No idea. I thought she was like a one and done type thing. I don't remember ever seeing her again after Conan the Destroyer, but she was in 93 episodes of the Wonder Years.
No, I think she has like a pretty extensive.
Yeah, did not know that.
she's in Wayne's World too, and I don't know. Does she play the other Garth, like the woman Garth?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know, but she's done a lot of stuff.
You know who you didn't mention though was Andre the Giant.
Star Wars? Andre the Giant's in this?
He's Dagoth. He's the end boss.
He's the monster. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is not on the Google cast. I can tell you that much. I did find out in my diving into this movie that they had a hard time finding Wilt Chamberlain a horse because he was too damn tall.
I believe it.
Cartel, do you have the same problem? Because you're so tall.
Yes. Me and Shaq are riding Clydesdales out there.
And it turns out Wilt Chamberlain's kind of a dick. He was mean to Grace Jones the entire time, who was fucking killing it in this movie.
She was. She's awesome in this
awesome.
movie. Yeah, she was awesome in this movie. Did you notice that they all rode their horses, though? Like, they did not have stunt doubles. All of the cast rode the horse.
Yeah, Grace Jones and Wilt Chamberlain did 90% of their own stunts. Arnold actually had to stop weightlifting so that he could properly wield a sword. Some of the trivia I got for you, but...
So he could do his backwards sword flipping thing?
And then also his buddy Thorson does appear in this movie, but as a different character than from other Conan movie. But yeah.
Eyebrows guy? Sven Thorson?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a lot of... He's Arnold's buddy, and he's like, I guess, one of his good buddies, and he's always in Arnold films. Pops up here and there.
I do owe you an apology, Michael. Well, first of all, before I get to that, the internet hates this fucking movie. I tried to stream this movie. We tried to do a watch along, and the movie froze up 5 times.
Yeah.
And then when I was watching it on my own, it was probably a total of 11 times it froze that I had to skip a little bit ahead to get it to work again. But yeah, so the internet hates this movie. But I do have to apologize to you because I didn't hate it. I really enjoyed this movie.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Like, don't get me wrong. The acting is horrible.
It is. Yeah.
It's
It's
campy.
part of its charm. Yeah,
It's campy,
fun.
but it's fun.
Like sitting, like in my notes, I even have sitting through the credits. I just want this to be over. But after the credits, I was in. Wait, I also wrote as soon as I saw Tracy Walter that I just want to watch First Batman, Best Batman now because that's a better movie than this one.
Yeah, different.
All right, so what happens in the first Conan? Even though we're gonna do it eventually, but why is Conan's a thief?
No. Subutai from the first one is the thief and archer, and Valeria is the girl warrior, I guess, who he befriends, and they kind of just go on adventures. And,
I think he tolerates the thieving.
Okay, because at the beginning it's just him and Moloch.
Yeah.
And Moloch's straight up chugging diamonds. He eats so many jewels in this movie.
He does. That dude digs through his poop every other day.
Man, I'm still pooping out rubies. But yeah, so that was a question I had. That Conan's just cool with being a thief. Is that like Conan canon?
I mean, he hangs out with the underside. What do you call it? Yeah, the outcasts. Because he himself is an outcast. Like,
gotcha.
His family was slaughtered by what's his name? James Earl Jones' character. 2 sons, 2 snakes. Sorry, 2 snakes. Looking for the riddle of steel. And
no, I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you this though. Like in Conan the Barbarian is a completely different movie. This one realized it was kind of silly and it had fun with itself. Conan the Barbarian is like a serious movie, or it's supposed to be taken seriously. There are parts of it that aren't super serious, but where it doesn't succeed, I think. But this one went an entirely different direction.
It turns into camp halfway through it, I'd say. For Barbarian.
But I don't think it meant to, whereas
No.
this one fully embraces its camp.
Yes.
Queen Teramis, Sarah Douglas's character, has the most ridiculous wigs in this movie. Her first wig is braids through a leather cap.
Yeah, I've seen that in other movies, in like recent movies. I can't remember what.
And then in the very next scene, her hair is straight and no longer in a cap. Like, no curls left from the braids or anything. That is not how hair works.
Well,
I mean,
Queen
I think you might have
Padme
said it.
would
Wigs.
disagree with
know
you. Padme did the same thing.
Am I the only one who, every time anybody said Wilt Chamberlain's character's name, started
Bombata.
singing, she called me Mr. Bombata?
I did not, so yes.
I did not. I did not.
All right.
But only because of the way Jenna said it. She's just all like, Bombata! So it didn't go with the...
Mr. Bombata.
Let me ask you this, since this is your first time watching the movie. How did you like Arnold's lines? Like, do you have any memorable, quotable quotes?
The lines that you guys said our entire childhood? Is that what you mean?
Yep.
The counting of the people that are fighting
Yes.
Zula, Grace Jones' character.
It's 6 against 1.
And then Only Pain.
Yep.
But you guys never did I have a lot on my night, or a lot on your life.
Yeah. Lot on your knife. Or the promise I was kingdomed.
That one you guys did do.
One that I didn't notice, but I noticed this time, was Into the Boat. Did you catch that?
No.
Yep. So it predated the Into the Chopper.
But speaking of him counting the people fighting Zula, when I'm pretty sure I saw Grace's Jones when Wilt throws her.
Well,
Quite possibly.
it's possible. It's
It's
possible.
all straight down the barrel.
It's possible. But I'll be honest, it did not seem out of the ordinary or anything like that. Like, she just seemed like I don't even know how to say it, like a part of a tribe or something like that. I mean, she was, like, I don't know what in the lore or anything like that, like what tribe she was, but she's just a tribeswoman. And it didn't seem weird.
No, it didn't seem like they were
Like
trying
hyper-
to overly
Yeah, it wasn't like
overly
hypersexualized or
her
anything
like
like
they
that.
were with Princess Jenna,
Right.
who was
Yeah.
15 years old.
Yeah. It seems completely normal for the character. It wasn't hypersexualized at all.
So my next note here is they had the lore behind this story is that the princess was born with the mark, and only she could lead them to get the gem,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
the eye of something probably.
Um,
So no one else in the world could see the giant fucking glowing crystal castle in the middle of a lake. She had to lead them to that. No one stumbled across that and was like, "Hey, there's a giant glowing castle in the middle of that lake."
too well hidden.
They had to wait for the prophecy for that bad
Yep.
boy.
Too remote.
Do you guys think that it was on purpose or Arnold being a dick when he hits Moloch's head over and over again with the oar?
I noticed that.
Yeah.
And he pretended not to notice. Like, it would have been fine. He would have been in character to, like, turn around and, like, give him a sneer or, like, being like, oh, this
Yeah.
guy. It would have been
Nope,
totally
he just-
in character, but he pretended like it wasn't happening.
And then also, how would that oar have worked on that boat? Just an
it
oar in
wouldn't.
the back of the boat? one oar?
And I don't know if you noticed, there was a skull on it. And in some scenes, the skull was on the top of it. And in other scenes, the skull was underneath. Like, he kept flipping what side the oar was.
Yeah, he's wasn't the greatest boat science going on in this.
No.
Also, there's something that we've lost in modern times with the internet, and it is the creativity of a wizard stuck in a castle for years guarding a treasure. The theatrics that wizard set up with all his mirrors and everything.
He spent a long time planning.
The kids these days with their internets, they didn't have short attention spans. They could never create such a tricky castle. Yep. Every fight was just wrestling moves.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was like WWF.
Yeah.
Like they almost grabbed hands in the center of the ring for the test of might.
Right.
It was weird fight choreography. I almost expected Arnold to put that monster into a figure four when they dropped to the ground.
There was almost a suplex.
Yeah. And there was definitely a backbreaker or a torture rack. I don't remember my wrestling moves.
I don't know at all.
Why does the magic dude Akiro, why does he have to be reminded that he's a wizard every single time they need him to do magic? Like, he never steps up on his own.
No.
It's always someone else's idea that he hops up in there.
Did you like how each magician had their own hand gestures that they had to do?
Well, yeah, that's how wizarding works.
I liked the the bad wizard where he had to like hit his wrist guard, his bracers together.
Oh my god, yeah, I have that in my notes. His bracers made some awesome noises.
It was so good.
In fact, it says, super cool bad guy telling his guys to move, banging bracers, baby.
And then he banged his bracers together and did this like butterfly move and like...
Oh man. Let's see. There was a mouse bit where Grace Jones Zula screams about the mouse.
Yeah, in the tunnel.
And it's played as though everybody turns around and is like, women. But Grace Jones's face flips that joke around completely. Like, I don't know if you guys read it that same way, but like, instead of it being like a silly girls, it was more like yeah, I'm bad as shit. That thing scared me though. Everybody's got something, you know?
Yeah.
Like, her face, like, I don't know what it was, but something about it flipped that joke. And it was because Grace Jones is fucking awesome.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, indeed.
And also all the characters knew that. Like, she totally had the mutual respect of Conan.
Yeah.
Jenna looked up to her. Malik was obsessed with her.
Conan loses all his people at the end of this movie.
Does. And there
Princess
was never...
Jenna just takes them all.
I don't think there was a sequel. I know, like, for sure not in the Conan world, but there was a couple other, like, movies.
Arnold was supposed to be in something, The Red. These aren't my movies.
Are you talking about Red Sonja?
Red Sonja. But then that got canceled, I think.
Oh, it got rewritten. Because that was supposed to be Valeria, but it got rewritten to Red Sonja. Yeah. It's like all these these three, like Red Sonja, Conan Barbarian, Conan Destroyer. They're all somewhat connected, but not.
They didn't get the rights to it though. They had to use a different name for Conan.
Yeah, like that was the thing of these rights were exclusive to, I believe it's Universal.
It seems as though the rights are just tossed about willy-nilly, though, because there's like a million Conan games.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, movie rights are different than...
Yeah, I guess.
Because like, I don't know if the Robert E. Howard estate controls it, or if there's like a Conan trust, or if this is like Robert Jordan, you know what I mean? Like, because Robert Jordan wrote a lot of the Conan books and comics. Maybe not comics, but stories. He definitely contributed a lot before his Wheel of Time series, or even during the Wheel of Time series. I'm sure. I'm not sure.
Just some trivia that I pulled up from IMDb. I'm lazy. Where I get my trivia. Kiss my butt. Apparently, Arnold and the director were forced by the studio to make this a more family-friendly film after the success of E.T., and they were mad about it, but I have to say I disagree with Arnold and the director that it was the camp and the family-friendliness that I enjoyed about it brought me into the story more.
I agree, and it's a bit of a cult favorite, this movie, and I agree that the camp and sort of embracing the fact that it was a silly movie made it better.
I definitely say this one's more accessible than the Barbarian.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
because like I feel like the Barbarian is just heavy on Conan lore.
It's dense.
Yes, and the first act's heavy, setting up young Conan, and then middle Conan is when he's the prize fighter, and then the final
And then
act.
he gets crucified and comes back 3 days later.
Well,
Oh, that's never mind.
close to that actually. You're actually pretty fucking close to that. But yeah, I'd say the first one is straight up Conan, more books and story and comics, and this one's more camp adventure.
Apparently, apparently the whole cast and crew were very protective over Olivia Diabo. I'm never going to be able to say that name right, so sorry. Wilt Chamberlain told her that if anybody gave her a hard time, that Wilt will take care of it. Off screen, Arnold taught her how to defend herself. And then, as a testament to how awesome Grace Jones is in this movie, I know I'm gushing. I'm a Grace Jones fan. She trained for 18 months to prepare for the film.
Wow.
Put 2 stuntmen in the hospital by accident with her fighting stick.
18 months? Whoa.
I was going to say, a lot of the times in movies like this, it's very, very obvious that like they didn't actually get hit. But there's some scenes in this where like you can tell the dude got nailed, and it didn't look like it was I'm sure it was a rubber prop, but it was like hard rubber, like heavy rubber, and it looked like he got like really actually hit.
Apparently the part for Moloch was originally supposed to be David L. Lander.
Wait, who's that? I don't know that person.
Squiggy, I want to say. SCTV alumni. Yeah, Squiggy from Laverne and Shirley.
Oh, okay, yeah. I just looked him up. I know this guy. I don't think it would have fit.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it probably would have leaned more into the comedy of it.
Yeah.
Apparently Olivia Dabo didn't realize there was someone inside the monster costume. She was 15. Apparently she won a Golden Raspberry for Worst Actress of the Year for this and Bolero, which came out the same year.
Really? I thought she was good in this.
That's messed up. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the Razzies don't know what they're doing. They're just what do you call it? Shock value, really.
Yeah.
Trash.
She did great in this.
Trash criticism is what I say.
Unlike when we criticize stuff,
That's right.
we know what we're talking about.
Very highbrow.
Did that sound convincing?
Oh boy.
All right, Cartel. Last thoughts? Yeah, my boy.
I know I'm very quiet on this, but it's because I'm kind of protective of this movie. I
told you I liked it. I'm not shitting on it.
I know, but it's hard for me to like have a real strong opinion other than this movie's awesome. It's great. It's fun. Enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like, have fun with it. You know what I mean?
Right on. Oh shit. Give me a 1-line review as well as your final thought.
Conan the Destroyer is what is best in life.
All right. 5-star.
I'm gonna go 4.
Is what's best in life.
That's a good quote. Hear the lamentations of the women.
All right. Michael, final thoughts and then your 1-line review and 5-star rating?
I love this movie as well. A lot of nostalgia for it. Used to watch this like almost every week. Super quotable, and it's just a really fun adventure film and super rewatchable. Never gets old. I give it 4 out of 5 stars, just like Cartel. In some cases, the 80s special effects are hurting it, but let's see, 1-line review for this. Jeez. Dang. It's just an awesome, fun adventure film. Doesn't take itself too seriously, and you could watch it and it'll bring a smile to your face every time, all day.
A-D. Yeah, I'm a convert. I didn't like this movie. I didn't want to watch this movie. I was against it, but it was good. I enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend watching it. The costumes were great. The monsters not so much, but they probably didn't have the budget for that.
Yeah, I'll say they're like one step above original Star Trek monsters.
Yeah, this is
It's pretty bad.
I would be really interested to know, and I could probably find this out, and it would probably be an interesting thing for our audience to hear, but I'm not going to. I would be interested to know how much Arnold made for this and how much Arnold made for Terminator 1, because he made them in the same year, and I bet this was way lower.
Yeah. So what's your...
Because Terminator 1, the special effects are great.
Yeah. No, it's weird. Like, I don't know whether it was like different studios or something like that, but we talked about this last time with, shoot, what movie were we doing? Where I compared it to Little Monsters. But like some studios were just... Oh, Mario Brothers. Yeah. Some studios were just like light years ahead of other studios, it seemed like. Special effects in like Star Wars and Indiana Jones, for example, as compared to like
they were
Mario
like
Brothers.
industrial light years in front of people.
Oh, yeah, yeah. See what you did there.
Magically.
And it didn't seem to be just about budget. It seemed to be like who was doing it and what technology.
I think there you go.
A decade old.
You said it right there of who was directing it, who wrote the screenplay, and who's backing it. Because we're talking about what Robert Fleischer, Stanley Mann, and Arnold, and then you look up for this one, and then you look up Terminator. And it's what James Cameron. Oh man, I'm blanking on everyone else now. James Cameron, and then he wrote it, and Orion Pictures. That's who did it. Okay, I was thinking New Line Cinema, but it was Orion Pictures. All right, damn. This one had all right. So Conan the Destroyer had a budget of $18 million, right? The Terminator had a budget of $6.4 million.
Yeah, see, there wasn't money.
Yeah, so it was just the way they used practical effects. Like, wow. Like, I mean, I guess now that I think about it, the Terminator was the Stan Winston design. So, I mean, again, top of the line special effects company. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's crazy. Wow. Oh man.
All right. So, what's your one line? Or what's your thoughts?
All right. So,
star rating, 1-line review.
So I'm gonna go against everything inside of myself, the punk rock rebellion inside me, and for the first time, probably ever and never to happen again, I'm gonna give it 4 stars. We are all in agreement on this. This is a 4-star movie. I didn't want to like it, but I did. And I would suggest that you butter some jewels and watch it with the family. And that's Malik's take. I did speak to Malik off mic, and Batman's better. Sorry, Conan fans. Batman's better.
We haven't done Batman, the first Batman.
I don't think you compare them though. They're just different,
right? We haven't done Batman. Tim Burton Batman, have we?
We did in a very, very early Lost Episodes run before Mike.
All right, so in the Lost Episodes. Okay, so in one of our pilots. Okay, so we will revisit Batman. We will have this conversation, and I will come at you, bro.
Oh, really? Really? All right, well, we already had the episode where me and Mike fought.
Don't worry, people.
And you heard
we're ready. We're gearing up for a Batman fight.
He's going to have bullet points ready.
I'm not.
Some research.
I will not have that. All right. And that was Conan the Destroyer. Let's take a break. And when we come back, we will talk Conan Chop Chop. And we're back. And the movie we chose reluctantly, I would say, to pair with Conan the Destroyer was Conan Chop Chop. Conan Chop Chop is an action-adventure roguelike. Whoa. Oh, ad just loaded in.
Oh, boy.
Was developed by Mighty Kingdom and published by Funcom. It was released in 2022, the year of our Lord. Other indie games that came out in 2022, Cult of the Lamb, which just had... we're recording this on... I think today's the last day of GDC? Or was it yesterday? I don't know.
This
close
weekend.
To the end of GDC. And Cult of the Lamb just announced they have a huge accessibility update coming with more text options, dyslexic text options. You can change Roman numerals to regular numerals so that it's easier for cognitive recognition. The amazing accessibility options are coming to Cult of the Lamb. But anyway, so Cult of the Lamb, Stray, Nobody Saves the World, Tunic, Tinykin, and Conan Chop Chop. I think stands right next to him. I think it's pretty goddamn good. I don't know how you guys feel. Actually, I know how Cartel feels. Yeah, we played Conan Chop Chop. What do you think, Cartel?
I have fun with it. We've been playing this for I don't know, since it came out. I think I made you buy it.
Yep.
And just because I was like, this looks like something, our little friend group could pop in and play. I was like, it was a cheap game when it came out, and
Yeah, I always forget the name of the game that it reminds us of.
Castle Crashers.
Castle Crashers, but there's another one as well.
Ooh.
That is like Castle Crashers that I forget the name of as well. But anyway, it's like a roguelike Castle Crashers. The art is super cute. You got little tiny stick figure legs when you run around. And the controls are tight. The controls are super tight. It's a dodge game though, a dodge and block game. And guess who doesn't do either?
It is a dodge and block game, and I do not dodge or block in these games.
Cartel is just a punch man.
I am out there punching and then sliding away and then dying, waiting for everyone to clear the level so I can come back.
There is some gameplay footage of us playing on Michael's personal Twitch because I couldn't get the TieIns Twitch working correctly. And his personal Twitch isn't attached to the TieIns in any way, shape, or form, so good luck trying to find it.
We can fix that.
Yeah, I can just put it up on the YouTube channel, steal it from you. I can do technical thingies, magic, if you will. So, Mike, what did you think hopping into this game with us? Was it worth us forcing you to buy it?
I thought it was fun. Definitely fun as a group. I don't think I would ever play this single player, but...
no, I have, even for this podcast, I have not loaded it up single player.
But, as a group game, this is fun. Definitely. I mean, like you guys said, kind of like Castle Crashers, jumping into that. That's another game that I would never play on my own, but if you're looking for something to do as a group, definitely fun. And you're right, the controls super tight. Like everything's really responsive. Block when you want to block, slide when you want to slide. Like nothing, there's no delay or weirdness. You can cancel out of moves really quick. So, good controls. I will say, for me, like the weapons so far, and I haven't played very long. I only played that one time with you guys. The weapons aren't silly enough or destructive enough for me. Like I want gauntlet style ultimates. Like I want to clear a room with an ultimate. And I didn't see that yet. Like my special move is pretty lame.
You definitely have to work for your kills. I think it's more the combination of your powers that you set up, like the little medallions that you collect.
Mm-hmm.
And the combination of all that together.
That's what I'm wondering. Like I put a note down that I wasn't sure, like, I didn't play it long enough. I don't know if there's depth to the game or what an end game or replayability even looks like, or can you like start once you get high enough level and you've got some cool synergy between your perks plus your weapons, can you start feeling like a total badass? I don't know. If you could, yes, then I would say there's a lot more depth to it.
Like I said, me and Cartel have played this a lot together. Cartel does not dodge. Cartel does not block. So I have gotten to the point, I think twice, where I have carried him all the way to the fourth boss.
Yes.
And then died on the fourth boss.
Let's put this in perspective. This was my first time playing, and I had 3 deaths, and Cartel had 8.
So let me. What was I going to say? Ooh, fuck! I forgot it now. All right, let me come back to me. Oh no, what were you saying? All right, you were saying, Mike. You said something about
the depth. Like I want to see synergy between the perks and the weapons.
All right,
like late game.
All right, that's what it is. So, what I think you're looking for is the deck builder aspect of it, where it's the perk combos. So it's leveling up to open up the perk slots, and then it's finding
you can get more than 2 slots then, huh?
Yes. Oh, you can. Yeah, you can get a lot.
Okay, that's cool.
So it's leveling up to open up the slots, and then it's finding the different perks and weapons and what else is there? Armor. Yeah. Perks, weapons, armor to kind of build your character.
Complement each other.
So it's kind of, I would say it's more of not necessarily a deck building, but what combos do you like in your play style?
It's like roguelite.
Building your armor gear set for Diablo.
Yeah.
Like end game. That's because that's what Diablo turns into in your end game.
Kind of, but yeah, but yes, it is a roguelike. So you start over every time.
A roguelike, and it's random every time.
Gotcha.
So you could do a whole run and not see the particular perk that you want. Whereas in Diablo, you just keep grinding.
Gotcha. Okay, because Slay the Spire is like that, where like Slay the Spire with the deck building, it's random every single time, but like
that's why
early game,
yeah,
you got to figure out like, okay, I'm not getting the cards that I thought I was. Like you can't go into the game thinking like, okay, I'm going to build like a poison rogue. You just got to go with whatever shows up and be like, okay, well, I'm going with daggers.
That's exactly how I approach this game of which perks are available, which ones do I like, and go from there.
Normally, I approach it as, what can I get Cartel so that while he's alive, he can do the most damage, and whatever's left, I'll deal with. I can handle it.
I'm usually grabbing pets and poison and damage over time. Yes, that's my build usually.
Like I said, I have only gotten to the 4th boss and then died. I'm assuming, and I haven't watched any gameplay footage because this is a game that I will return to, and eventually we're going to fucking beat this game. But I'm assuming after the 4th boss, you then fight the wizard that is causing all the mayhem in the game.
Tathamon.
The game has like a central hub, the town, and then 4 exits to where you go to each stage. Each stage is a different biome, different boss at the end. Yeah, I really like this game. It's fun, silly times. You just jump in, you do it. There's no real learning curve involved. It's just like you said, Mike, Cartel had 8 deaths, you had 3. There's no real learning curve. It's just instinct gaming. As soon as you know where that dodge button is, you just fucking dodge the shit out of stuff. Everything has specific fighting styles, so once you get hit by a monster once, you know, I gotta dodge at that point in time so that they don't hit me. Oh, this one swings 3 times. Got it. Yeah, cool boss fights.
We had some crazy enemies. Yeah. The old shotguns and the old.
What do we call the wizards that just show up? I can't.
It's on the tip of my tongue, and I'm like,
Yeah, we gave all the monsters little pet names. God damn it! What is it? It's gonna make me so mad. Yeah. Oh well. Cartel, let's go ahead and do final thoughts on this. Well, actually, let's run through other Conan games that eventually we're going to have to do some of them. Apple II series, Atari 8-bit, Conan Hall of Volta. Either of you play that?
No.
Commodore 64?
Nope.
Me neither. Conan the Cimmerian, MS-DOS,
nope.
Amiga. Conan, The Mysteries of Time, NES.
I'm pretty sure that this is the only Conan game I've ever played.
I played the Conan Exiles. Yeah, we played that.
That was it. In contention for being this episode's game, and
we shut it down.
We shut it down. I hate that game so much. The only good thing about that game is swinging dongs, and that gets old real quick.
That's really what drew me to the game.
I played the NES Conan game. I think it was the Mysteries of Time one, and it is unplayable. It is. If you can get past the first screen, I bow down to you. You're good on you. That's amazing. I could not. Conan 2007 looks really good. No, Conan 2004 looks really good. I was just looking at this. It came out for GameCube. Am I in the wrong place? No, that's it. But I'm not seeing where it came out on. Oh, because I have to click on it. Yeah, it came out for GameCube, PlayStation 2, and Microsoft Windows. Conan 2004 looks pretty good. That I feel like that's in the running for when we do Conan the Adventurer.
PlayStation 2. I might have played that.
Conan the Barbarian
on PlayStation 2.
No, the first movie.
Yes, Conan the Barbarian.
Okay, yeah. So that's in the running. Conan 2007 for the 360 and PlayStation 3 is one of the first games that I ever, with achievements, that I ever 100%ed.
That might be the one I played then, yeah.
Ron Perlman voices Conan.
Yes.
You rescue the naked ladies because fucking game designers are pervs.
And it's based on the comics, yes. Right?
And then...
you don't know.
The one for the GameCube is based on Conan the Dark Axe. That might have been Hyborian World.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
R.E. Howard's stories.
Man, I know I played one of them. I'm not sure which one. So yeah, I'll have to. I'll look into it when we do the. Obviously, I guess when we do the Conan episode.
Yeah, and then there's some others that I've never played. Conan Tower of the Elephant, Age of Conan Unchanged, which is an MMO, Age of Hyboria, strategy video game, Conan Unconquered, which is a real-time survival strategy, and then Conan Chop Chop. Cartel, final thoughts on Conan Chop Chop?
I really enjoy it. It's usually on sale for like $7-8. Pick it up. Get your friends to pick it up. Have fun. That's pretty much it.
Mackle?
Agree. Definitely worth the $8. I'm not going to play it on my own, but it's a lot of fun to play with friends, with a group of people. And how many players does it support? Do you know? Is it up to 4?
Four, yeah.
Yeah. I see it being really fun with 4 players.
I think
I like the chaos.
I think it's a great 4-person party game, I'd say.
Yeah.
I will say this, the enemies level with the amount of players you have.
That's good.
So my probably my only hope of beating this game is to play it single player, but I'm not going to.
That hurts my feelings.
Carrion Cartel.
We're gonna beat it
Against a boss.
We're gonna beat
against
it.
a boss that Cartel made his health bigger.
We're gonna beat it.
No, I definitely am in for giving it the old college try. It'll be the first time I ever gave anything a college try.
Cartels are ball and chain. But yeah, fun. I don't know yet whether it has the depth that I'm looking for, but definitely good fun and really good controls. So recommend.
I think once you get into it, you're gonna enjoy it. So yeah, I think it's there once you get into it.
Yep. It's a tight control action game with a dodge, and that's really all I need in a game. Swinging a sword and dodging the fuck out of the way. And me carrying you through this game, Cartel, is only fair because you have put me on your shoulders and carried me out the gate in Dead by Daylight. So I mean, it's a give and take.
I have done that, and I have carried you into the safe zone in PUBG to revive you.
Yes, you have. In fact, I think that's on our TikTok, a video of that.
No one left behind.
And that was Conan Chop Chop. Any final words, guys? I don't know.
This is a 2 for 2. It doesn't often happen, but movie and game both good. I recommend both.
Me as well. And we already know Cartel loves that movie so much that he's going to fight me about Batman.
Yeah, I am all about the game. I'm all about the movies. I'm all about the comics, books. I mean, read them. You know, everyone should embrace some Conan in their life.
I'm all about Conan, the adventurer. Conan, man of bravery. He's more powerful than any man and anywhere across the land and sea. No? You guys didn't ever watch the Conan the cartoon?
No.
Well, all right.
It stuck with you, though.
It's a song. Have you not met my stupid brain? I know every song in existence ever, and they don't go away. All right, well, I'm going to go work on becoming a robot so Mike can get me high. I'm Johnny. We're the tie-ins. I'm Johnny.
I'm Cartel.
I'm ready for Cook Mike to get me high. Sorry, Cartel. That was Cartel that I was talking about.
I'm Cartel.
I'm Mike.
We are the tie-ins, and we just wasted your time. Follow us at the tie-ins on all social media.
Join our Discord, the link to which can be found on all said social media.
Join our Patreon at patreon.com/TheTie-ins.
And please remember to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast platform.
It helps connect us to more listeners like you.
Well, not like you. Better, cooler listeners.